Hallo liebe Träumer und Macher, guten Morgen aus Nürnberg heute. Ich werde gleich auf Englisch umswitchen, weil Raffaello Palandri ist original Italiener, hat mich eingeladen zu sich in seine Wohnung, vielen Dank. Und er wird uns sicherlich ein paar Inspirationen und Impulse geben, so thanks for having me, Raffaello.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here and, of course, interesting to talk about his new book. It's called Free to Achieve, very interesting what you do here. I'm interviewing always inspiring people whom I think are inspiring to the TRÄUMEN Machen community. And yeah, now I met you. Randomly, actually. Randomly, right?
Yes, quite randomly.
How did this happen, if you think back?
It was a mail.
It was an email.
Yes.
You see the modern media again. Yeah, it's interesting. And now we don't do too much online, right? So we interact in person. Actually,
we are interacting in person, and that's amazing because we started with new media, but we come back to old meeting and making.
Yes. It's a lot about feeling and good feel, and yeah, just to say a little bit, we are working on something to do something together. But this is not the topic today. What we're going to work together on. It's more about you and your way. And would you tell me what brings you, or what drove you to write this book, Free to Achieve, and what is the meaning and the idea behind?
Yes, thank you. That's really a nice question for you. And well, the idea behind this book is that I am a happiness coach, actually. So what I do is helping people in having a healthier, wealthier, happier life. Mm-hmm. So the idea is starting giving out my method that is called Yourself Understood. Mm-hmm. And the idea is to letting people with this first book, because it's the first of a series, helping people to free themselves from the chains of self-sabotaging and starting achieving what they want, what they deserve, what they plan. So this book is actually an idea that I passed through in my life. So starting from a point where you're stuck, where you think, okay, I cannot do anything, I will not able to achieve anything. So moving from really the basic step, the book shows you 7 easy to make steps that you can directly apply in your life. So it's nothing complicated, it's nothing difficult, it's just 7 steps that you can do one after the other. And you start from relaxing, you start from improving how you do things. It teaches you and it shows you how to plan, how to start being accountable for what you do, and then freeing yourself from what blocks you, from what stops you. Because I'm quite sure, and I'm convinced in more than 20 years in coaching now, that what really blocks people are people themselves. So that's why my method is called Yourself Understood.
Now I get it. There's nearly no question left for me. That's really interesting. So your idea is, if people understand themselves, they find out what problems they do themselves.
Yes.
And if they get rid of this, the way is free to have a happy life?
Yes, absolutely. To me, happiness is a habit.
Mm-hmm. Inside.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's not in the destination, but it's in the journey.
Yes.
So you need to take care of yourself, because happiness is how you react to things, actually. So happiness is not in things. Happiness is not in what you think or what you would need. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is something that you have inside yourself once you decided that you want to switch and change the way you react to negative things. So definitely, I think that happiness is something that you can learn, that you can develop, and you can use in your life. Mm-hmm. So it's not complicated. It's just getting rid of stress and negativity.
Have you been always happy in your life?
No.
Yeah?
Not at all. So, and even today, I am not happy every day. But when you understand yourself, you can also think, hey, it's okay having blue days, negative days, but it's something that you build inside yourself. You know that you have the chance to decide how long be blue, how long be sad, but you can overcome everything. So resilience is part of the book. Resilience is part of what helped me with some of my problems, with some of my history. I was able to overcome negativity and always beginning a new day telling myself, hey, I'm here, it's a new start.
Very, very important point. The better I get to know you, since we're working now since a few weeks together, the more I get the very impressive picture. Everything you are telling the people as a coach, you went through yourself.
Yes.
There is not even one sentence or one thing you ever said or wrote or that I recognize that you did not go through yourself as a problem, as suffering, as realizing, as doing progress. Is this necessary to be a happiness coach, to have experienced all difficulties yourself?
Well, I think that probably it's not necessary, but it's extremely useful because when you coach something, it's different than when you teach. So if you are a happiness teacher, probably you don't need to pass through negative things because you are simply giving theory. But when you're coaching, so when you are directly interacting with people, so when you're telling people, hey, this is what I am, this is who you are, I'm simply freeing you from yourself. So you are on the same level. While teaching is something when you are at a higher level, at least of knowledge. When you are coaching, you are directly on the same level. So how can I coach you about happiness if I am not the person who have been not happy? I don't think that you can be a good coach if you don't pass through what you're coaching.
Yeah. Is it necessary that you fully understand your coachee, that you can feel with him? We had the discussion about Mitgefühl, that you dive into his feelings, his problems, that you understand and coach from there? Or is it even necessary to stay outside, to protect yourself maybe?
This is a really good point because, of course, as a coach, you cannot afford yourself to burn yourself with other people's problems. So, of course, you need to take a barrier, but this is part of what I think means to be a coach. We spoke about that, and to me, there are 3 key points in every kind of relationship that are the 3 pillars in my life and so in my coaching. That is awareness, compassion, and engagement. Awareness is what you do with yourself. So you need to be aware of what you need and how you can interact with other people. Compassion is how you interact with other people. So how I understand the other person is suffering or is having problem. And engagement is the relationship that you're building, because without engagement, without social engagement, when you just think about yourself, you're not happy. So the idea to me is, I try to understand, of course, the coachee, but the idea is I'm freeing the coachee. So I cannot wear his shoes, I cannot walk in his shoes, he or she must do that. So the idea is, I give you the tools, I show you the way, but it's up to you deciding if you want to be happy or not.
Very interesting. Well, you just said the way that triggered this idea in me. I didn't explain it too much right now. You are born and raised in northern Italy, right? Or central Italy?
Yes, Florence. Yes,
Florence. Okay. Nice one. In Florence. Okay, and then your way, you were living first there. You worked for the Italian government. You are a mix of government, IT, actually I think very intelligent, by the way, and then you made your way through different countries. Which countries were your stations, and what did it bring you to?
Well, I worked in France, in Spain, in the UK.
Okay.
I have been living in Scotland as well, in Ireland, and then I moved here to Germany.
Why to Germany? Everybody is interested. Why Germany? And why Nürnberg? Which is beautiful, but as a foreigner, how do you choose?
Well, me and my partner, we decided when after the Brexit referendum,
Brexit it was okay.
Yes, we started thinking where can we start a new living, and then we thought about the most thrilling community today and the most amazing country where to start again. It's Germany today, because it's a place where you have a lot of history. So you have a lot of background. People is not just telling you, hey, I'm starting now. No, you have a background, a cultural background, a philosophical background, a moral background. And this is something that for us it was important, and also for food.
Nice.
So
you mentioned, you mentioned okay, countryside, Bavaria. You were attracted. Nürnberg, city enough, but not only city.
Yes.
Beautiful. I just heard. I think it was a quote yesterday of the president of the Munich University, I think, who said the Brexit will bring us enormous amount of people, intelligent, highly educated, who would run away from the UK and from the whatever is happening next. So we would benefit a lot. And as we can see now, you are the living example for people who decided because of Brexit move here. And I think Germany is beautiful. Food is amazing, and this environment is amazing. I'm just living 100 kilometers west. So it's very interesting to hear, and somehow it makes me also proud that you say that Germany is so attractive, and that our way of living and at least is open and welcoming, of course. Otherwise you would not have done the step.
Yes, and I want to thank you as a German. So I want to thank you as a representative of this country, because as you hosted us and you are giving us a new chance, of course, this is why I want and I'm willing to share with you what I know, because I want to give back to this community that is hosting me so nicely.
Nice. So it's interesting. And here you are also free to achieve. Are you?
Yes.
Very nice. It's a TRÄUMEN Machen interview, an initiative which I locally or regionally started in the area of Western Franken, Rothenburg ob der Tauber. Of course, community is growing and more international, more and more people listening from everywhere. Does it have any meaning to you, träumen and machen, dream and do? Does it trigger something, or is there anything in for you?
Yes, it has a lot of connections, and this is actually the first reason I contacted you. Because the idea, the tagline is amazing to me, because the idea of passing from a dream to an activity means to me a lot of things. The first thing is, okay, you have a dream, then you are willing to change, because you are starting thinking, hey, I could have a goal. So the part of dreaming about something is really important, because it is the first step that you do into the process. But then a lot of people stop there. So they say, well, I don't want, because it's hard to change is fearful, change is painful. So passing through these steps from what you dream and what you actually do is something that you need to foster. So your idea is fantastic to me, because it's rightly inside the process. So in a certain way, I'm speaking about the process from a pragmatic point of view. So I'm telling, okay, these are the tools, you do the work. You actually teach how to do the work.
And that's right. I'm very practical with my things.
So that's amazing, because I immediately felt the connection, and I started thinking, wait, hey, Daniel could be the perfect person to meet, because I'm always looking for smart people, with people that can enrich me. And actually in these first weeks, I enjoyed not only your knowledge and your skills, but I enjoyed who you are. So I think that a friendship is starting because of who you are and because of how you work. So it's the more I speak with you, the more I appreciate the way that you are bringing and helping people, transferring their energy, because you know how much energy is important in my coaching, how you are able to bring energy within practical doing. So for people who comes from a technical point of view, we are transforming energy in power, and that's amazing. So
we make it visible.
Yes.
Right?
So
or
energy,
tangible, or
yes,
experienceable.
yes, because energy is everything, but we need to transform it into work actually. So you are really a machine, because in physics that's what we call something that transforms actually energy in work, and you're doing it in an amazing way. So that's why I'm really happy to be here today.
Very motivating, very motivating. Nice words, nice words. This is very nice, very nice. Okay, anything more you wanna tell to the community? I mean, it's important where to get your book. Let's start with this. Practically. Amazon. So you Google Raffaello Palandri, Free to Achieve, you will always find it. There will be a result, Ecosia or whatever search engine you use. How can people follow you, get information about your happiness coaching, about your online activities? What
Facebook? Essentially, yes. Or
Raffaello Palandri?
There is one website, raffaellopalandri.com or yourselfunderstood.com.
And you find you on Facebook and everywhere as well?
Yes. So
okay,
if you simply Google for my name or yourself understood, you will find
And if people want to exchange with you, contact you, easy? Just go for it.
And I will be really happy if you
need coaching, that's what he's doing.
And of course, if you come from Daniel, so if you tell me, hey, I follow Daniel or I'm a friend with Daniel, you will be also a friend of mine.
That's very nice. And I can tell you to get the best espresso possible. And good food, actually. I'm enjoying it very much. TRÄUMEN MACHEN, as you know, present on Facebook for all the people on Facebook. We're not having a homepage yet, but you find events on Eventbrite. If you Google Daniel Ried, there's a YouTube channel. You find me on all social media channels. If you have a question, if you enjoy TRÄUMEN MACHEN, if you want to visit a workshop day, bringing your dreams into goals, if you want to join the Treff or even the festival, 28th of March, next year in Rothenburg ob der Tauber. It's growing amazingly. You will be present as well.
Of course.
We didn't decide yet what it is, but that's what it is about. Dream and do means it should be something you like, you dream of, and then realize it. There. Very nice. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your day. We will do so as well. Have some work to do. Enjoy your coffee. And see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.